heading to the All-Ireland Drama Festival in Athlone. We'll be taking a look at the top 9 groups who will battle it out for the Premier Award and for the honour of being declared All-Ireland champions. And you're very welcome to the programme and to Athlone, home of the RTE All-Ireland Drama Festival, now in its 58th year. And over the past 9 nights, the Dean Crow Theatre here has played host to drama groups from all over the island. Taste there of the excitement of the opening night here in Athlone, and Shay Ellis is a member of the organising committee, which makes the whole thing a reality. Shay, what does it take for a group to actually qualify to get here to Athlone?
Well, Michael, tonight is the climax for the 9 qualifying groups who have participated in 37 festivals around the country, north, south, east and west, and would have performed in an average of 6 to 8 different festivals. They qualified through winning or coming second in a festival, and most groups have to win about 3 festivals in order to qualify for Athlone.
And this is something that reaches down into practically every village in the country. There's huge commitment involved.
Almost every village in the country is involved in this, and it's not only the groups, but it's the whole community effort that goes into it, because you see a lot of people behind stage, you have audiences, you have people visiting the town, so the whole thing escalates and becomes a really important event in every little festival centre.
And of course it's a huge thing to get to Athlone and to win in Athlone.
To Athlone is seen, it's the equivalent of the Oscars, really, Michael. And people say they love to qualify for Athlone. I think they really love to win Athlone. That's the big thing.
And Shay, given the huge number of people taking part, there must be a big payback economically to the area.
There's a huge payback. Certainly in Athlone here, Michael, we see visiting the town, additional visitors of about 2,500, and that will be of benefit to the hotels, to the restaurants, to the shops, to boating, to golfing, and all the amenities around Athlone, particularly with weather like this, is fantastic.
It all matters in these tough economic times.
Absolutely, and we would say the value to the town of the festival is somewhere in the region of about €2 million per annum.
Shay, thanks indeed for joining us. And in the run-up to the festival, cameras have been out following some of the groups which qualified to be here in Athlone, and we start with the critically acclaimed Silken Players from Kildare.
Would you like to start?
I don't mind.
Well, how do you normally start? It is your lesson, general studies.
The boys decide. Ask them.
Well, Silken were formed 20 years ago. This is our 20th anniversary. We have been in the confined section for many years. We won the finals in that a couple of times, and 6 years ago we decided to move on into the, we hadn't much option, we had to move into the open section, and that was a lucky move for us because we have qualified for Athlone every year since. We've won it once, and we have been placed second on 2 occasions.
I thought we might talk about the Holocaust.
Good gracious, is that on the syllabus?
This year we're doing The History Boys by Alan Bennett. It's the first time it has been done on the amateur scene here, and we're looking forward to taking it to Athlone. We're going in with 6 wins and 2 seconds. That doesn't mean an awful lot going into Athlone, but we're hoping for the best.
It's a subject like any other.
Not like any other, surely. Not like any other at all.
Well, no, but it is a topic.
They go on school trips there nowadays, don't they? Auschwitz, Dachau. What's always concerned me is where do they eat their sandwiches, drink their Coke?
In the visitor centre, sir. It's like anywhere else.
Isn't that how you shot Hendrik Casimir dead?
Hendrik Casimir?
While he was here at the Institute.
I never shot Hendrik Casimir.
You told me you did.
It was George Gamow. I shot George Gamow.
Dundalk Theatre Workshop was formed in 1977 by Matt Murphy and Stephen Burns, and since that time we've participated regularly in the All-Ireland Drama Festival circuit. We've qualified on a number of occasions. We've come close on two particular occasions. We've been runners-up twice, but we've never actually won it.
Shot him. It was him. He went out and bought a pair of pistols. I put one in my pocket, he puts one in his, and we get on with our day's work. Hours go by, and we're arguing ferociously about, oh, I can't remember, our problems with the nitrogen nucleus, I expect.
Copenhagen is a play written by Michael Frayn, who's one of England's leading playwrights, and it's based on a real-life event. The play's central theme, if you like, is in terms of scientists' moral responsibility in developing weapons of mass destruction.
However, yes, before his gun is even out of his pocket,
You've drafted your reply.
I've typed it out.
You've checked it with Klein.
I've retyped it.
You've submitted it to Pauli and Homebird.
I've retyped it again.
however, yes, before his gun is even out of his pocket, mine is in my hand.
And poor Casimir has been blasted out of existence.
I'm calling the cops on both of you.
Yeah? Well, go ahead and do it then. Do it.
Would you two both relax? Really? Sterling, for heaven's sake, where are your manners?
Bradán Players league slip from County Kildare, and we were formed in 2005. Since then, we've done approximately 30 plays. We've appeared in 8 All-Ireland finals, 3 the RTE full-length finals, and 5 one-act finals. We're doing a play called Mauritius, which is written by an American author called Teresa Rebeck, who a lot of people will not have heard of but will have seen, because Teresa Rebeck has written a lot of crime drama on TV, in particular NYPD Blue. It's a thriller with twists and turns, and we don't know who's siding with who, and it's a very entertaining audience play.
Although, just for fun, we did check up on the provenance of several of the other stamps, and they hold up. This old guy knew what he was doing. These stamps are real. 39 in Lucerne. Probably stolen from some poor dead Jew. Did you hear what I said? They're real.
I will tell you if they're real or not.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not helping you.
Come on, Phil. This is a free offer. Out of respect. I mean, I found them in your shop.
You didn't find them. She walked in.
Yeah, she did. And you wouldn't even look at her stamps.
The good folks of Leixlip who close the festival. Now, some groups are regular visitors to the festival here, and this year the Shoestring Theatre Company from Charleville was here for the 14th time.
I know, don't say a word. I know I'm late, and there's no excuse for it, and I'm always the same, and I never really loved you anyway. I know all that, so don't say a word.
We founded Shoestring in 1984. We've played a circuit since that time. We've qualified for Athlone. I think this is our 14th time. I think after 13 failures, I've just given up on winning, or the idea of winning. I just like to get there now. Someday, if we keep getting there, we'll win. So we're the same this year. We're hoping that the salvage shop might be the one.
A few of us went for a beer after the last exam, and you can guess the rest.
I'd rather not.
Might be as well. Anyway, better late than never. And before you ask, I did sit every paper and answered all the questions and kept writing to the last bell, just like you told me to.
Salvage Shop is a play that I've fallen in love with myself. It's a father-son story, a small-town brass band politics, beautifully redemptive, wonderful audience play. You know, it's very moving and everybody's uplifted when they come out. I love Jim Nolan as a playwright, and I think the Salvage Shop is his truly great play.
You know, Sylvie is thriving on it.
I'll run up and say hello.
I wouldn't, Katie.
Why not? I haven't seen him since Easter.
Well, he's tired and emotional, that's why. You can see him tomorrow.
Yes, Daddy-o. What is you here so late, anyway?
You know where there's a place like that?
Ballyduff Drama Group stems way back to sometime around 1969. It started out as a Mockra group. Mockra na Firma was very strong here in the locality, and then built from that into what we now know as the Ballyduff Drama Group. The group has been to Athlone now 11 times, has won once, has got a best producer, a best actor, best set, and numerous other accolades down through the years.
How much they want for a place like that?
Well, I can get it for 600.
Of Mice and Men is our play this year. It's a wonderful story about choice, about dreaming, about people depending on people, And in it, we get a great insight into the underlayers of people.
I hurt my hand right here on the ranch. That's why they didn't can me. They gave me this job swamping, and they gave me $250 because I lost my hand. And, well, I got 50 more in the bank right now, and I got 40 more coming the end of the month. Tell you what, well, suppose I went in with you guys. I mean, that'd be $340 I'd put in. I ain't much good, but I can tend the chickens and cook some and hoe in the garden some. How would that be?
Here we are. Powerful the way time passes too. Black or white, Cat? Black or white?
Black for the crows or white for the swans? Black for the crows and white for the swans.
I belong to Lifford Players, and Lifford Players were founded in 1952. We've been to Athlone at least 25 times. It gets harder and harder to qualify for Athlone, so we were a bit nervous this year that maybe we wouldn't make it, but luckily we're going to Athlone.
Do you know what? What's that, Kenneth? You'll have rain before morning.
Well, we're doing Philadelphia Here I Come, and it's a play that's very dear to our hearts. We love Philadelphia. To me, a lot of people talk about it being about emigration, but I think it's about communication or lack of communication. And the characters in Ballybeg, like Gar Public, Gar Private, SB, and the boys, and we know them.
Jobs are never wrong. Stop press! Newsflash! Sensation! We interrupt this programme to bring you the news that Canon Mick O'Byrne of Ballybeg, Ireland, has made the confident prediction that you'll have rain before the morning. Stand by for further bulletins. You wait, says she, till the rosary's over and the kettle's on.
The Lifford Players there staying local with the work of Brian Friel. And ending our tour of the country, we're moving west now to Carrigallen in Leitrim and the Cornmill Theatre Group.
Do you want to leave it there? Maybe we could just sit for a while?
How's the time? Are we finished?
We have time, but maybe you'd prefer...
No.
The group, Cornmill Theatre Group, their ambition every year when we start out on the festival circuit is to make it to Athlone. And of course to win it if possible, but certainly to get there. I think that's the first objective. And it means a lot to the group to get there.
Anyway, I drove to this place, which was something that I had never done before, and...
Shining City is essentially a story, I suppose, about the difficulties and traumas of two men, a therapist and his patient. While the therapist succeeds in solving his patient's problems, we discovered that the therapist himself has as many and maybe more difficult problems.
Whatever I work out with Jeanette was between ourselves. And I was already like, you know, this was just freaking me out, you know.
Why didn't you send her to a doctor? I didn't see the need. She began eating again, and that's all that seemed important at the time.
The Nenagh Players was founded in 1943. We've done a production every year since, at least one production. We won the Confined All-Ireland in 1998, and then again in 2000, and we moved up to the open section in 2002 with Lonesome West, and then again in 2006 with Drawer Boy, and 2008 with Tom, Dick and Harry, and this is our latest venture up to Athlone. We're looking forward to it.
Well, I prefer to look upon it as opening her mind. To the world? To herself.
Agnes of God is it's a three-hander, three women. It's the story of Agnes, who's a young postulant nun who has a baby in the convent, and the body of the baby is found in a wastepaper basket in her room. So it really is a whodunit mixed with a thriller and a discussion on religion and faith versus science, if you like, the logic attached to the explanation of Agnes having a baby.
Those are the judge's words, not mine. As quickly as I see fit. Not as possible. I haven't made my decision yet.
Is it racing they are? It is then. They're mounting it for the mule race will be run upon the sands. That's the playboy on the wicked mule. That lad, is it?
Ennis Players have been in existence since the early 70s, and we've started going on the festival circuit in the mid-80s, and with, I suppose, reasonable success since then. And this is our first time qualifying for Athlone in the Open finals, so we're delighted to be in Athlone.
They're hurrying to finish before the tidal rise. To be near over if we went down the Patra to the Craigs below.
The play is The Playboy of the Western World by John Millington Synge, and it's, I think everybody would agree, it's his masterpiece. And the play tells the story of Christy Mahon, who believes he's killed his father, and he runs from his native Kerry and arrives in a shebeen in Mayo. He tells all the locals that he has killed his father with the blow of a loy, and he becomes a hero for doing it.
Look at the mule he has, kicking the stars.
Oh, there was a left. Oh, he's fallen.
Oh.
He's mounted again. Faith, he's back.
Hey, look at him scalping her. The mountain girls, hush me, man. It's the last turn. The post is clear for them now. Look out the narrow ground. He'll be into the balls. Oh. Good rider. He's through it again. He's neck and neck. Good boy to you. Flint, he's in.
So some very strong performances there. Now, as is clear from the title of the event, RTE is the sponsor of the All-Ireland Drama Festival, and the Director-General of RTE is Cathal Gunn. Cathal, what was the thinking behind RTE's decision to support amateur drama in this way?
Well, as you'll have seen in this evening's programme, and as people have heard throughout the week on radio, this is an event which actually reaches into every single part of Ireland. It's about people going to extraordinary lengths to find artistic expression through their local community, and that's something that we want to identify, because RTE is the primary creative organisation in the country. We, through our music making, through our sponsorship of a variety of different activities, promote the arts in so many different ways, and this is, if you like, a natural fit for us.
And it's a wonderful way, as you say, individuals in all those communities come together and put so much of themselves into
it. It is quite extraordinary when you think about it, the amount of ingenuity that's involved. There's the obvious pieces that you will have seen here tonight, the acting, but there's all the work that goes in behind. There's the construction of extraordinary sets, the ingenuity involved by so many people in putting this together, the effort of getting their sets, not just to here, but to the individual venues before here, and then bring it to the Dean Crow here, and 9 plays one after another across this period. All the effort that goes into that, it is truly extraordinary.
Thanks indeed, Carl. And after 9 nights of drama, indeed of a mixture of comedy, tragedy, farce, well, the focus now moves from the stage to the podium and to the final night, as this year's adjudicator, Tom Doherty, prepares to announce the winners at a glittering award ceremony.
Now, Best Actor, 4 nominations. John Stack, who played George in Of Mice and Men. Seamus O'Rourke, who played John in Shining City by Cornmill. Joe Varden, who played Christy in The Playboy. And Tim Ahern, who played Boar in Copenhagen. And the award goes to Seamus O'Rourke.
Well, from the minute I got Shining City, I got the script and I got it at Christmas, and it was like my Christmas present, and I must have read it about 40 times, and the more I read it, the more I liked it, and I liked every stage of the whole process between rehearsal and then the performances, obviously, but I'm delighted with the outcome because it gave me such pleasure, and the big thing was that when I told people that I had enjoyed doing the part, they said, well, we could see it in your face, we could see it in your presence on stage, which is a great thing. I think it's great that an actor can share some of his joy, apart from just playing the character, to share that thing with the audience, you know, and that gave me great pleasure here in Athlone.
Now, Best Actress in the festival. No nominations, one award. One award, no nominations. The award goes to Anne Shields, who played Madge.
Well, Anne Shields was tipped, and we thought that she might win maybe Best Supporting Actress, but it's such a long journey, and Anne decided she didn't want to tempt fate and that she wouldn't chance it. But we're delighted that Anne Shields has been with our group for more than 20 years, and this is so well deserved for a most wonderful woman. We just love her. She's just fantastic.
I suppose even the saints must eat now and again too.
Now we come to Best Director. And I want to emphasise, Best Director can go to any director in the festival. So I have 2 nominations for Best Director. The nominations are Geraldine Canning for Of Mice and Men from Ballyduff, and Sean Judge for The History Boys from Silken Thomas. And the award goes to Sean Judge.
Well, when I got the script, it was about 8 history boys, so you had to have the young people to start out with. And when we were able to locate them, it was quite difficult, but I suppose at the end of the day, it just worked for us. And that was it. You know, the Bennett can be quite difficult to interpret properly, and we were lucky to be able to just get a handle on him. And thankful that we did.
In 3rd place in the festival was The Playboy of the Western World. In 2nd place, Of Mice and Men. And in 1st place, The History Boys.
Well, this is our 2nd time to win it, and the last time was in 2007. This one was different because we brought in a lot of young people for the first time on the stage in competition level, and it's fabulous to see them coming out. We had 5 new people who hadn't been on the stage before in competitions, and it's great to see them being here tonight and seeing what the whole thing is all about, really at the highest level. So, you know, I mean, they're absolutely thrilled. They've never been here before, you know, most of them. So for that, it's great.
Well, what made the winner was the excellence of the production. And it wasn't just excellence in one aspect, it was excellence in every aspect. They were excellent in their staging, they were excellent in their acting, they were imaginative and excellent in their direction. And I think this play has raised the standard, has raised the bar for groups in years to come. And I would imagine that this festival this year will be known as the year of the History Boys. I think Athlone 2010, the most remarkable thing was how much the audience enjoyed it. There were full houses every night, there was a buzz every night in the theatre, there was a sense of enjoyment, and it was palpable.
And there's a hugely popular winner. Boy, do they know how to show their appreciation, and no doubt how to celebrate as well. Our own congratulations to them. That ends our special programme from the RTE All-Ireland Drama Festival. Do join us again on Wednesday. Until then, from Athlone, from the crowd gathered here celebrating the great win, from all of us in the nationwide team, a very good evening.